I was wiping down a table when my coworker grabbed my arm tight. Oh God, not them again. I followed Arya's gaze to a woman and her kid walking toward the door. Just a regular mom and son. Nothing seemed off, but the moment they stepped inside, the entire staff scattered. Caleb ducked into the kitchen. Courtney pretended to be on the phone in the back. Even our manager Wade suddenly remembered he had paperwork to do in his office. Everyone had disappeared except me. I stood there confused. The mom didn't seem scary, just scrolling on her phone. The kid was maybe 8, wearing a superhero shirt. I seated them at a booth near the window and walked back to my coworkers peeking around corners. Oh God, you got their table, Arya said. Good luck, Chica. She walked away before I could ask what she meant. I grabbed a menu and headed over, still trying to figure out what everyone was so afraid of. But the moment I saw the kids stare up at me with the same mischievous grin my younger brother often showed, I knew I'd find out why everyone was so afraid. While taking their order, the mom took a call. Her son grabbed the ketchup bottle and squeezed it hard, spraying red sauce all over the table and booth. Just as I opened my mouth to say something, the mom looked up with a sour expression on her face. Excuse me, she said, staring at the mess. Why is this table so dirty? I blinked. Ma'am, your son just... I'd like you to clean this up immediately. Chop chop. She went right back to her phone. The kid grinned and mimicked his mom. Chop chop. I forced a smile and grabbed paper towels, ignoring the kid's laughter as I cleaned up his mess. 5 minutes later, the kid walked up to another waitress and pulled her apron strings loose. She yelped as her apron fell to the floor. He laughed and ran back to his seat. The mom never looked up from her phone. Then he started targeting customers. He reached over to the table next to them and grabbed a woman's purse, dumping it on the floor. Keys, wallet, makeup, everything scattered across the tiles. The woman gasped. Young man, where are your manners? The kid ran back to his booth giggling. His mom was still scrolling through her phone like nothing happened. The woman marched over to the booth furious. Are you going to do something about your kid? Or are you going to let this rat run around like a monkey in a museum? Everyone's eyes went wide. The restaurant fell silent. People were exchanging looks, shaking their heads. Someone muttered under her breath, "Get him, girl." The mom glanced up for half a second and said, "He's just playing." Then back to the phone, completely uninterested. That's when another man at the counter stood up, a big guy wearing a construction vest. He walked straight to the mom's table, grabbed her phone out of her hands, and smashed it on the floor, shattering the screen into tiny pieces. "This isn't a daycare. Learn to watch your own kid," he said, his voice shaking with anger. "Learn to discipline him." The mom shot up from her seat. "Are you calling me a bad mother?" "Yeah, I am," the man said. "We're all saying that." Other customers started nodding. Someone said, "About time somebody said it." The restaurant erupted in arguments. The mom was screaming. The man was yelling back. Everyone had had enough, but they forgot one little thing, the kid. While everyone was shouting, the kid snuck into the kitchen. I ran over and saw him inside, standing at the stove. He'd turned all the burners on full blast and placed a cardboard box full of frozen burgers directly on the flames. "Hey, get out of there!" I screamed. He stuck his tongue out at me, laughing. Then, the box caught fire. Flames shot up fast, spreading to the grease on the stove, then the cabinets. Within seconds, half the kitchen was burning. Black smoke poured into the dining area. The fire alarm started blaring. "Fire!" Someone screamed over all the arguing and yelling. Everyone rushed toward the exit, but the mom blocked it off with her own body, yelling, "Oh no, you don't! Not until you get my son!" But nobody moved. Not one person went back for him. She started looking nervous. "I told you guys to help him!" The kid was crying now, coughing in the smoke, begging for his mom. "Fine, I'll do it myself," but everyone held her back, telling her it was too dangerous. That's when the tears began falling. "But my son!" Then the same man who'd smashed her phone pushed through the crowd. He pulled his shirt over his mouth and ran into the smoke. 10 seconds later, he came out carrying the kid, both of them coughing and covered in soot. Everyone poured out onto the sidewalk, safe from the fire. The mom immediately started yelling at the man. "What took you so long? He could have died. You should have gone in sooner." The man stared at her, stunned. "Are you serious right now?" Before they could fight, firefighters and police showed up. When asked what happened, everyone blamed the mom and kid. The officer looked confused. "Ma'am, you're saying your 8-year-old son was left unsupervised and started a fire?" "He was just playing," she said. "It was an accident." The officer started cuffing her. "That's neglect, ma'am. You weren't watching your child. He endangered everyone here." She fought against the restraints, kicking and squirming hard. "I'm calling my lawyer. You can't talk to me like this." Then I noticed something that made my blood run cold. The kid. He was grinning, like he'd planned the whole thing, like he wanted his mom to get arrested from the start. Full story on channel linked below.